The first thing my lawyer said after reading the decision was, "They're protected now." I asked him what that meant. He hesitated. Then he said something I'll never forget. "It means the law did its job. Just not for you. If this story is touching you, comment below where you're watching from and what time it is there." At the time, I didn't understand how protection could feel so much like erasure. I thought protection was supposed to include everyone involved. I was wrong. Before everything collapsed, my life was ordinary, not perfect, not dramatic, just stable. I worked, paid my bills, showed up when I was supposed to. I believed that stability mattered, that being consistent, predictable, responsible, that those things counted for something. And for a while, they did. The situation started with a conflict that didn't look dangerous, a disagreement, a misunderstanding. The kind people tell you to handle like adults. There was no shouting, no threats, just tension that slowly hardened the paperwork. Someone else felt unsafe. That word changed everything. Unsafe doesn't require proof. It requires concern. And concern opens doors that truth alone cannot close. A report was filed, not against me, about me. That distinction matters legally, because accusations demand evidence. Concerns only require possibility. The first letter arrived in a neutral envelope. No warnings, no urgency. Just an official tone informing me that a review had been initiated. A review of my behavior, my environment, my suitability. I laughed when I read it. I thought it was a mistake. I had never been arrested, never charged, never warned. I assumed it would be resolved quickly. I assumed the truth would be obvious. That assumption cost me everything. The process moved faster than my understanding of it. Meetings were scheduled, statements collected. Everything was polite, professional. Everyone thanked me for my cooperation. I didn't realize cooperation was being documented. I answered questions honestly. That honesty was dissected. Not for lies, but for tone, for hesitation, for emotion. One evaluator wrote that I appeared defensive. Another wrote that I was emotionally reactive. No one asked what I was reacting to. I was advised not to worry. These are precautionary measures, they said. Just until everything is clear, but clarity is subjective, and precaution favors distance. Then came the legal shield, orders, restrictions, not because I had done something, but because something might happen. That's when I understood the shift. The law wasn't investigating truth anymore. It was managing risk, and risk doesn't need guilt. They were granted protection. Temporary, they said, just to be safe. I wasn't accused, I was restricted. I couldn't contact them directly, couldn't explain, couldn't clarify misunderstandings. Silence was enforced, legally. People assume protection orders are loud. They imagine police cars, handcuffs. That wasn't my experience. Mine was quiet. Email notifications. Formal language. Access removed with a signature. I hired a lawyer. He was honest. These cases are difficult, he said. The system prioritizes prevention. Prevention of what? I asked. He didn't answer directly. In court, everything sounded reasonable, balanced. No one painted me as a monster. They didn't have to. They just painted me as a risk. Risk doesn't argue back. Risk doesn't get a voice. Risk gets managed. The judge listened carefully, reviewed documents, asked controlled questions. I answered calmly. Too calmly, maybe, because emotion looks unstable and calmness looks calculated. There is no correct way to sound when your life is being summarized by strangers. The ruling came quickly. Protection upheld. Not because I was guilty, but because removing it would be premature. Premature. That word echoed in my head, as if my loss was a timing issue, not a consequence. From that moment on, my role in my own life changed. I wasn't a participant. I was a subject. They were protected. Every system activated for them. Resources, support, legal consideration. I was instructed, restricted, silenced. I followed every rule, because violating even one would confirm suspicion. I documented everything, avoided everything. I became invisible by design. Time passed. Protection became extension. Extension became normalization. The law prefers continuity, even when continuity is built on absence. I tried to present evidence, messages, context, character references. They were acknowledged and outweighed, because safety outweighs explanation. The hardest part wasn't the restrictions. It was the narrative forming without me, because I couldn't speak freely. Couldn't correct impressions? Silence became interpretation. People around me grew distant. Some were afraid. Some were unsure. Association itself felt risky, and the law had nothing to say about that. I lost relationships without a ruling, jobs without explanation, reputation without appeal, because protection doesn't end at the courtroom, it radiates outward. When the final hearing arrived, I still believed clarity would win. That enough time had passed, that nothing had happened, that nothing happening mattered. It didn't. Nothing happening was interpreted as proof that the restrictions were working, not as proof they weren't needed. The law protected them, because the law is designed to err on the side of caution, even if caution destroys someone else quietly. The order became long-term, structured, clean, no emotional language, just boundaries. I was told this didn't define me, that it was procedural. But procedure has consequences, permanent ones. I wasn't convicted. I wasn't cleared. I was contained. People ask what I did. I tell them the truth. Nothing illegal, nothing provable, nothing dramatic. That answer makes them uncomfortable. Because they want a reason, I replay the hearings in my mind, every sentence, every pause, trying to locate the moment where the law stopped seeing me. I haven't found it. The judge wasn't cruel. The system wasn't broken. That's the part no one wants to hear. The law protected them, and in doing so, it erased me. I still wake up thinking about the life I had before paperwork replaced presence, before prevention replaced understanding, before silence became mandatory. I don't hate the law. I fear it, because now I understand something most people don't. Protection is not symmetrical. The law doesn't balance pain. It minimizes liability. And someone always absorbs the excess. In my case, it was me. They were protected, and I was left outside the story of my own life. That's what legal safety looks like from the wrong side. The law protected them, not me. If you think stories like this should be told, you can support the channel by liking this video. If you want to keep watching, subscribe to the channel. A new episode every day. Cool doesn't always mean fair.